It's the perfect way to find your new faves. Treat both your eyes and ears by watching all the action on our Facebook live stream. Missed it on air? Listen and watch back on our radioactive.fm website. Active Live, with thanks to NZ On Air Music.
Every week, a new band. Brought to you by NZ On Air. Active Live! Yeah.
Hello, we are the band DARTZ from Wellington, New Zealand, and this song is about the white boys in Wellington. It's called Sit This One Out. Promiscuous because my rising moon is Aquarius. I am wholly blameless. Tragedy has struck again. Band together, change your Facebook frames. Good job, man. What an impact. Give yourself a big pat on the back. But I'm riddled with self-doubt. So I might sit this next one out. DARTZ from Wellington, New Zealand. Welcome to the live stream. My name is Clark Matthews. So happy to have you here. This is Dan. This is Crispy. And back there is Mr. Rollies on the drums. Questions?
Hello, yes, that's my turn. Kia ora koutou, everyone listening. As you just heard, we are here with DARTZ in the Orcon Live Room, and a huge kia ora to you guys for joining us and giving us such a stellar start to this live session.
Hello, hello.
Oh my goodness, that was so much fun. And that was the kind of energy people were excited to see at your shows, which have unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 outbreak, been cancelled. Tell us a little bit about about the shows and how you're feeling.
Look, it
currently.
started off as a European league. Like, we just got back from Italy. Just hopped off the plane, came straight here, and we're quite tired, and we're really excited for the New Zealand part of the tour, but unfortunately, due to the restrictions by the New Zealand government, we've had to, in the best interests of ourselves and our fans, cancel that.
I was going to say, you've done very well getting past the quarantine and into our live room today and not self-isolating and all that. Good work, friends.
Yeah, we thought we'd just self-isolating here for 14 days, actually.
Dustin Owen for listening.
This is a 14-day live stream.
14 days worth of live sessions. Yeah, that would be absolutely
I just want to
amazing.
reiterate, we are known for listening to Ministry of Health advice. So, of course, it was the right thing to do to cancel the shows.
You guys did very well. It is good to hear that you are paying attention to what's going on with the Ministry of Health. But it is sad to hear that you can't play your show, because we were really, I personally, at least, was very, very much looking forward to seeing you guys live again. Because that was the first show you played here in a wee while. Is that right?
Yes, so we decided after January we would take a long, well-deserved break off on February and come back hard in March. Unfortunately,
we know that February was the last month for shows ever.
Yeah.
Hopefully not ever.
Yeah, music got cancelled.
Oh my gosh. Well, because you guys, as you said, break was very much well deserved, because you guys did your last kind of, I don't know if you can call it a tour, but I'm going to call it a tour, at Craig Day, right?
Yeah, that was our first kind of tour outside of Wellington, really, into the hut.
outside of Wellington.
It was a tour of the people. It was getting to know the beautiful city of Wellington that we love quite well, and just getting out there and taking to the music to the people instead of the people always coming to us. We wanted to return the favour and actually go turn up at their backyards without any prior warning and just give them what they want.
I love that, without any prior warning. Because those of you who don't know about this tour, these guys did go to every Crate Day invitation they received, which is, gosh, how many did you end up going to in the end?
That was a solid 14.
A solid
that we
14.
Just shot to the DARTZ boys. I think they really hit it out of the park on Crate Day. A lot of stamina. Crispy drove all day with a huge trailer on the back of the DARTZ mobile.
Oh my god.
Carrying all our gear.
I drank.
And shout out to Tasha as well, wherever she is as well. She came on that journey with us.
Yeah.
She's amazing. People will know Tasha, of course, from our SRN Top 10. The lovely Tasha does that show every week so well. So that is awesome. So that you did a video release with that tour as well, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's such a beautiful video. Because we've got a video for 40 Redford Street, your first single.
We certainly do.
We've got a video for that one. When's your next video?
I mean, honestly, we were going to film some stuff at the shows coming up. So we really haven't got to.
I think we'll just cut this.
Yeah, maybe this is the
This
music
is the
video
next
right
video.
here. Yeah.
I love
yeah,
it.
We'll make a song.
we had this idea that we were going to film like a kind of a intrepid kind of video where we just try different foods from all over the different world, and but then we were about to head overseas to try some bat soup as one of the first things, but the whole everything's falling apart. All our plans just falling apart at the seams.
Everything's falling apart. I like that sentiment. On that note, in fact, team, shall we hear another song from you guys?
Yeah, so this song is about staying in and being safe until 4 a.m. and not taking MDMA because apparently that compromises your immune system. We've recently learned this, and you just don't take it anymore, please, with the COVID thing.
This has been a PSA. We are DARTZ. For the night, cause we wasted the day. I got a 12-pack of beer and some MDMA. We got a bail soon as house party sucks. We got 12 beers between us and 30 bucks. Let's finish all the rents and we'll order a car. We got a rock, got a boogie in the nearest bar. Now we're cutting shapes cause we're quick on our feet. After attack, they'll vomit on the street. The sun's coming up, we're not going down. It's last call at the dive bars in town. I'll see you at the M at 4 a.m. We've got to try and remedy the situation. Miss down some veggie pies from the petrol station. Things are looking bleak, Chrissy's talking about sleep. The drugs kick in and we're beginning to peep. Looks like the clubs are shutting down early. Let's head down the road and do some karaoke. We got some Dutch courage and call out our name. Up to the station, sing Shania Twain. Let's go, girls! The sun's coming up, we're not going down. It's last call at the dive bar in town. I'll see you at the end at 4 a.m. The sun's coming up, we're not going down. It's last call at the dive bar in town. I'll see you at the end at 4 a.m. I'll see you at the end at 4 a.m.
Thank you so much. I'll see you at 4 a.m. in quarantine.
Amazing track there. What was that one called, team?
4 a.m.
4 a.m. I
Yep.
see.
It's available on Spotify. Yeah, so,
Go and
yeah.
check that one out. I know all of you who are self-isolating.
Can I get a caffeine hit?
One thing you should know about the band DARTZ, everyone, is that we take our caffeine very seriously. Caffeine and cigarettes is probably, I'd say, the main things that got us through that Crate Day tour, as well as the aforementioned beer.
And I don't want to like jump the gun here, but potentially a cure for the coronavirus. I
mean,
think,
we're going to try this right now, DARTZ fans.
Let us know what you think of those. Everyone is caffeinating heavily here in the live room. For those of you listening through radio right now, you may be able to hear their satisfied slurps. In fact, I think Dan made you hear that satisfied slurp.
Rollies, do you feel like this might have killed your coronavirus?
What? My what?
Vitalizes
virus?
the body and the mind. I didn't know those were two separate things. But
Apparently
gives you
they
wings.
are.
And immunity.
Are you all now caffeinated? Shall we continue with some questions?
let's continue.
Yes, we'll let you run the show.
So you guys have released a recent single. That's what I was planning on talking to you about now.
Yes.
Yes. Tell us about the recording process for that. I can imagine recording for you guys would be quite an interesting thing because so much of it is the energy, the live energy you create.
It is really interesting.
I mean, hold on, Crispy, you weren't there for this. So Crispy wasn't there when we recorded the song. I'm just going to say that. So I don't know what you can say. Let's just count him out of the equation, YouTube Live listeners.
It was a classic DARTZ magic moment, eh? Like, Clark just came in with a riff, and then I just started scatting phrases over it, and then we just got there in the end. And then we caught up Crispy at the start just to get a little sample of him in there so we didn't feel left out. Crispy was actually at his grandmother's 80th anniversary of being alive, so it was her birthday. Wasn't it?
That's all right. Close enough.
Wedding anniversary? Yeah. Something that, she's not going to be around for much longer. So, yeah, and we got him on the phone, we sampled that, we chucked him in the front of the song, and, now he's got some royalties about for some reason.
Huh. How
But
lovely.
yeah, I'd say Smoke That Cigarette is we sat down and we tried to write an anthem for the DARTZ fans. Obviously, we're very engaged with our fan community. The DARTZ fans, who I'm sure many of whom are watching right now.
Hundreds of them, I assume.
Kia ora,
I'm going to
DARTZ
say
fans.
thousands. Kia ora, DARTZ fans. And we just wanted to write a song that they could relate to. They could take home to their house and listen to for 14 days while they're trapped inside. And we're going to play the song right now.
Get into it, team. I like it.
Smoke that cigarette. Pop, pop, pop until you're dead. Well, you drank $8 wine and now you're crying in the bathroom. You're holding up the line, might get kicked from the bassoon. Your friends come and grab you for a dart out on the street. Crash a heart to heart, now you're back on your feet. You really want to dance, but the crowd makes you nervous. Guys in Helen's times, wide-eyed with a purpose. If you want to be my lover, you got to get through my friends. If you want to be my lover, smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette. Pop, pop, pop until you're dead. Smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette. Pop, pop, pop until you're dead. I caught you struggling to cut lines of MD, so I hung with my expired student ID. We're chewing at our faces and looking super faded. We go out for a dart and try and get hydrated. We bounce back the goods, we get bounced from the bar. We go back to yours and smash out some SingStar. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. If you wanna be my lover, smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette. Pop, pop, pop until you're dead. Smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette. Smoke, smoke that cigarette. Smoke, smoke that cigarette.
Gosh, I've got to say, if you guys ever had an anthem, that's got to be it, eh?
Thank you. That was our first time performing that song live.
Yeah, that song's actually about the 2008 financial crisis.
I can tell from the lyrical content and such. Oh, well, thank you so much for performing it here live for the very first time. That's very exciting, team. So, backtracking a bit on that single, you released that on the 28th of February, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes? There we go. So, when can we expect another single/release from you guys? Do you have a plan in the works? Or?
We do have a plan in the works, and we're going to have a lot more time to work on it now that we're in quarantine. We will be working on a new single as of probably this weekend, and I'm going to give us a couple of months to make it good, but Once that's done, yeah, who knows? The sky's the limit.
Yeah, we've got some of our best songs coming out soon, I think.
I wrote a song called "Taking Care of Business" the other day.
And so long as our studio band in America doesn't get sick, we should be sweet to smash this out.
This is true.
Taking care of business. Sorry, was the name of the tour. Am I right?
Yes,
you guys
that
were
is.
about to go on.
That's
Yes.
correct. Sadly.
Yeah, I see. So that was going to be a song. Do you guys have an album in the works? Is that what all of this is building up to?
No, I'd like to unequivocally say that DARTZ do not have an album in the works, and we have no plans to ever release an album. Albums are for the 70s. Go tell your dad to buy one on vinyl. That's all I got to say.
I absolutely love that. So singles only for DARTZ.
That's correct. One single every 2 months from now until the end of time.
Any EPs to expect, or is that pushing it a bit?
Probably a greatest hits in 30 years is probably the only way you're going to ever get physical.
Greatest hits EP. Let's commit to that. Yeah.
Alrighty, we'll wait out for your greatest hits then in 30 years' time or so.
5 songs.
5 songs, exactly. So, changing tune a bit, I want to talk to you guys about your merch, because I know you've just released your 365 days of no darts? No, 365 days of
It
darts.
was 365 days of DARTZ.
Of darts.
But as of tomorrow, when we're going to take advantage of this Bandcamp thing that's going on, we're changing
The
it to...
Bandcamp thing, just to give everyone a thing, is going... just to give our listeners the idea, Bandcamp is allowing all artists, they're waiving their artist fees, so they're allowing all artists to take 100% of the profits tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. New Zealand time. That's going to be awesome, so you guys are going to take advantage of that.
Oh, yes. We will be capitalizing on that to the most that we can. We are poor.
We lost a lot of money in the last week.
Yeah.
This Red Bull was the last
Phantom, if you want to
groceries that
pay
I
us for... if Phantom wants to not bill us for the posters that we paid for this tour, that would be fantastic.
Oh, we love the guys at Phantom. So, on the imagery for that, because I know that darts-based merch and merch branding has kind of been around for a wee while. Who does all of your imagery? Because it's all very similar and it's all really cool.
I do.
I thought it must be one of you guys. So where do you get your inspiration from for that?
I don't know. We usually just have a group idea or group session.
We tell them what to draw.
That's not true. Their limitations start and stop at making 4-chord music. I'm
So
the
you're
creative.
the,
I'd
you're
like
the
to-
creative of the group. Is
Yeah,
that
I'd
what
like
you're
to
saying,
give some props to Dan. He does all our merch. He does all the posters for our cancelled tour.
Free of charge or something.
Yeah, pretty much free of charge as well.
Except that one time when he took $40.
Yeah, and
One
the last
week.
year of hours and hours of
Yeah,
of work.
should we litigate this on air?
No, let's try another song. What?
1, 2, 3, go!
Let's save the litigation for after the interview, I think, friends. Might be best.
Drama in the Macca's drive-through car park.
Oh,
We do not condone violence here at Radioactive.
you know what?
What?
Hit me!
2 times! 3 times! 100 times!
Ladies and gentlemen of Radioactive, may I now produce you, the band DARTZ.
She's got a good head on her shoulders. He's got a good ass in those jeans. Maybe they'll work out when they're older. For now, the summer's all they need. We'll be standing with the sun. We'll be standing with the sun. champagne drinking down by the seashore. Skinny dipping in the sea. Sure, that was just last October, but now a distant memory. We'll be standing with the sun. We'll be standing with the sun. When the summer's had its run, we'll be standing with the sun. Rolling. We'll be standing with the sun. We'll be standing with the sun.
Thank you so much, everybody. That was our pop song.
So that's the pop song.
I assume that charted here. I'm not sure, but
You can assume. So what are your non-pop songs? How would you define your other songs, should I say? Do you call it
I
punk?
mean, I'm gonna put a loose punk label on it. I'm gonna put a loose Kiwi label on it.
Ski punk.
If I could
cuddle rock.
describe it,
Ski punk cuddle rock.
if I
Yeah.
could describe it as anything, it's like that kid in primary school that would always like talk, like say he's got all the toys and stuff, but you know he doesn't. Like that kid that's always like, oh yeah, my dad, man, he's got the latest Xbox, and you'd be like, oh cool, can we come over? He's like, nah, I only visit my dad on weekends. Every leap year, so I can't really. So if you could translate that into music, that's what DARTZ sounds like.
Right. So is that the intention, or does it just come out sounding
Absolutely.
like that?
I when I was the hiring process of hiring all these boys, I was like, what do you, when I describe this to you, what does it sound like? And then Crispy was like, bow, 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 now, now. I was like, you get it, you're in, you're in.
That's the sound we're looking
That's the origin story, actually.
Yeah, I was going to ask how you all met and became a band and such.
Cool.
Was it just your initiative there, Dan, or?
Am I telling?
Yeah.
So
Latest edition.
So from my point of view, I met these two guys. Most of the time, they get to tell the story, and they tell the story about them moving down to Wellington and moving to the shitty flat. I didn't live in the shitty flat with them. Spoiler alert. I just met them when they lived there, and that's also when they met Rollies. And yeah, we decided to make a song complaining about the shitty flat they lived in. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so there's this house
Name
on
it, Shane.
Rutherford Street,
What's the number?
number 40. When we lived there, the rent was how much? 900 and something?
950.
950. It's now 1200, and he hasn't done any repairs to it. It's awful. It's disgusting. It's an old hospital building, and yeah, the guy's not great, and you know, but we got a hit song out of it. So
I was going to say, people probably heard the 40 Redford Street track once or twice on Active because we had it on playlist for a bit, that one. So it's been around the airwaves. People know your complaints, I hope.
yeah, I hope it's gotten back to him. I hope. Yeah. Hope out there he's like, oh drat, that song again.
Are you guys going to play that song for us? Yeah. That sounds like a yes.
Tahira 35. Grab your phone now, we're about to get fleeced. Let's sign away our rights on a 6-month lease. Just to be holed up in this decrepit building that came with a sign reading earthquake warning. She takes up my pay every week. The stone cold bricks at 40 Rutherford Street. The walls are once white, but now they're black. There's spores in my lungs and mold on my slacks. But that's okay, cause I got solid plans. I got 24 beers and 2 free hands. That's okay, cause I got solid plans. I got 24 beers and 2 free hands. 24 beers, 2 free hands. 24 beers, 2 free hands. 24 beers, 2 free hands. I got 24 beers and... The market is inflated, so we'll have to stay. An apple a day keeps the asbestos away. There's holes in the floor and a lack of insulation. My girl's getting sick, she's hyperventilating. 1,200 a week to live like a squatting. The walls are damp and the floorboards are rotting. I haven't done meth, but now there's no stopping me, cause I pay rent on the Sand Train Spotting 3. That's okay, cause I got solid plans. I got 24 beers and 2 free hands. That's okay, cause I got solid plans. I got 24 beers and 2 free hands. 24 beers, 2 free hands. 24 beers, 2 free hands. 24 beers, 2 free hands. I got 24 beers and 2 free hands.
So that was the song 40 Artificery by DARTZ.
Thank you, DARTZ, for performing that song. That was awesome. So is there anything, I know you guys have a very active fan group and a very active whānau around you guys. So do you guys have anything you want to say to them?
Thanks for the support. Thanks for preemptively buying tickets. We're going to be back when we get strong than ever, about to hit in the studio and reward them with some more darts magic. And if you want to join the darts family, follow us on the gram at SmokeDarts with a Z.
We follow back no matter what.
I was going to say, I hear you guys follow everyone back. Although I did go on today and saw you had 100 more people following you than you were following.
I mean, here's the thing about this team, and I want to explain this in a lot of depth, and I'm going to get right in close.
Oh my.
All right.
When you follow someone, they can be a public or a private account. The private people might not accept the follow. What are we going to do? We can't follow randoms to push the number count up. It just doesn't make sense. And that's why the numbers are different.
DARTZ PSA, go follow back. If they're following you back, you got to go off private or follow them back.
Exactly. And I just want to push this strategy as well there to other artists as well. If you're out there watching any bands from Wellington, you know, whether you're Dr. Rickn or Lennon.
Don't steal our idea.
I mean, no. I'm telling
Our idea, we thought of it first.
No. I'm saying you guys should get on this idea because
Why not?
every day I scroll down the Darts Instagram feed and I see what every single Darts fan is up to, and I love it.
Not all of it's legal. I can tell you that right.
I'm gonna say a solid 70% is not legal.
Shout out 420
This is
NZ.
statistics and this is data. And
If you ever need to buy some weed, just see who follows darts. You'll probably find some.
Once again, I have to say, we do not condone those sorts of actions.
Don't buy
Illegal
weed, no.
actions are not condoned at Radioactive.
No, don't do
Hooray.
that.
Oh my goodness. All right. I think that's the final thing. If you guys have anything else you'd love to say to your fans. Do you have one more song you want to take us away with?
We absolutely do. Yeah.
Alrighty, friends. This has been DARTZ in the Orcon Live Room for our Active Live. This
No,
is
because
going
we
to
can't
be
swear.
the last Active Live for a wee while as we have to maintain the 2 meter distance rule, and it's a bit hard to do in here, but thank you so much for tuning in.
This is for everyone that's in isolation that might be feeling a little bit down, a little bit under the dumps. Look after your friends, check in on your grandma, practice safe distancing, go outdoors, walk on the beach maybe. I'll be straight up, I wasn't feeling myself. The winter took a toll on my mental health. But I've got really good friends and I've got really good green. There's only one way I wanna book in the scene. High at the beach, 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 high at the beach. I do not want to be alone with my thoughts. I grab my towel and I grab my board shorts. I'm heading out to the sea to get some vitamin D. There's only one place you can find my friends and me. High at the beach, 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 high at the beach. Down by the dunes, down by the sea, just out of reach. High at the beach, down by the dunes, down by the sea, just out of reach. High at the beach, down by the dunes, down by the sea.
Love you all. Thank you very much.
Every Friday at 3:30 p.m, check out our active live sessions to